So family, back with another download. Listen to this. Your location has changed. All right. Thank you, Holy Spirit. You're no longer in the same spot that you were in. Some of the location changing that is happening in the month of December. If that's for those of you that follow the Gregorian calendar, in the month of December, there's a lot of moving around. All right, some of it will be geographical location. So where you are in December, you won't be in January, you won't be in February. Okay, some of it is a spiritual dimension change. I mentioned that on my Wednesday wisdom video. Okay, if you haven't watched that, go back and watch the video for the Wednesday wisdom for this week. All right. When there is a relocation or a location change, you're going to have to get to know the area that you are in. Why is this important from a spiritual perspective? Because you're not going to be able to use all of the things you used in the last season of your life in this season because you're in a new location. Yeah. You're going to have to learn the landscape. You're going to have to learn the type of people that you're around. You're going to have to learn how to maneuver at higher levels of spiritual dimensions. All right. There is a requirement. Too much is given, much is required. There's a requirement. All right. When there is a relocation, whether it be spiritually or whether it be naturally. All right. It wouldn't be wise to relocate spiritually and try to use the same people, the same dynamic, the same ideas that didn't work in the last season. Get some fresh manna. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Sit with Holy Spirit, and while you're in communion, get new ideas. Let your creativity flow freely. Okay. Thank you, Holy Spirit. All right. If it is a physical relocation change, that matters as well, because a lot of times a physical relocation is it precedes a spiritual relocation. All right. Sometimes Holy Spirit will orchestrate events and movement so that you could be in a certain place because that is what your destiny calls for. Okay. And sometimes you can go into an area before time and things don't quite fall into place. All right. And you got to kind of suffer through it until you get to the divine time when everything starts falling into place. So make sure you're relocating, whether it be especially a physical relocation, in the right time. All right. Because you can hear something, but you're not supposed to do it for 2 years later. Okay. When I relocated to Texas from North Carolina, that was a 2-year span from the time my spirit began to connect with Texas. It was a 2-year span before that relocation took place. And when it did, everything fell into place. I had no issues, none whatsoever. No, I mean, it happened just like that. Literally just like that. As a matter of fact, in December of 2020 was when I actually made arrangements to get an apartment. That was when I started applying for apartments in December, because that's when I felt prompted by Holy Spirit of 2020. And in December of 2020, I had an apartment, and in January 2021, I was moving. Most people would say, well, why did you know? Most people would probably have planned that a lot earlier, 3 to 6 months ahead of their move. But I wait on Holy Spirit to give me the clearance so that everything will be in place. Okay. I had no issues whatsoever, none. Now, that's just one example. I have several, but that's just one. So make sure when you're relocating, it is the right time. Okay, relocate in the right time. If you go into a place ahead of time, you're going to have trouble. Because there is no ark of safety around you that grants you the resources and all the things that you need to stay afloat. You'll move into a place too early and you'll be barely making it. Now I know I'm telling the truth. You will be barely making it. And then you'll begin to question, did I hear it right? You know, should I have come here? And then you'll be questioning, should I go back to where I came from? And a lot of times it's not that you missed it. It's just that sometimes we are impulsive as opposed to waiting on Holy Spirit to tell us when the time is. We hear it and we just go with it. Okay. As in regards to your spiritual dimension relocation, that happens in the spirit. You're going to have to understand the landscape, understand the people that are being pulled into your life. You can't deal with them like you dealt with the folks in times past, because these people are at a different level. You need a level of maturity to deal with them. Spiritual growth should be continuous in your life. Healing, transformation, continuous in your life. There may be some tools you need. There may be some skills you need to learn, okay, as you go higher. So chosen one, so family, a lot of relocating taking place. Honor divine timing, hear Holy Spirit, and move when you're supposed to move. Adjust to the new landscape, all right? It is in your destined plan, and I'll see you on the next download. Toodles.